Welcome back to the Webby O'Neill channel. FC Porto versus Manchester United preview. With all eyes on Erik Ten Hag, surely he must choose a starting 11 with players that he can trust to fight for every single ball. And most importantly, come away with the 3 points. Get involved in today's chat, Reds, as ever, because we do want to get through some of your comments in today's video. Now, if only it was that easy, because recently fans have been coming away from the ground disillusioned, shrugging the shoulders, because not every single player has been fighting for that ball.
It's the first thing you expect from any Manchester United player, to fight for the ball. But look, let's get something straight. Regardless of the score tonight, the narrative around Man United will not change. It will not change.
No.
What we need to see a performance. The environment around United is toxic, but what we have to expect and what we want is men to get out there and play. We have to see them stand up to the pressure, what's coming. And it is coming, no matter what the score is.
Yeah, put a poll in the live chat if you want to get involved in that. I know you think we'll win, score prediction, etc. Harry says, I always believe United will win, no matter who they play, 11 versus 11. I gave up on Ten Hag in September 2023 after the home defeat to Palace. Let us know why, mate, and why it was that particular game, to be honest.
Well, listen, there's ups and downs. We know that there's been some bad results. And Ten Hag, really, we can all criticise him in certain games and that, but he has to turn it round tonight. He has to get the players out there on the pitch, what he trusts. And to be honest with you, I don't think there's everyone in that camp you can turn round and say Erik Ten Hag trusts. There's been some poor performances and he keeps picking them. I think the main man tonight has to be Bruno Fernandes. He's the captain. Yes, he got sent off at weekend unfairly. We all know that. He got turned over. He's there tonight and he has to stand up and show what a captain's performance is. Listen, a win tonight, I'll sleep easy. A lot of people will. A lot of people may be going to work and they'll be happy going to work. But the score tonight will not ease up the pressure on Erik Ten Hag. It won't change anyone's opinions. He didn't like Erik Ten Hag over the certain results and that. But over the short term, it won't change people's opinions on Erik Ten Hag and what this team and how it's gone out there and performed.
I want Man United to win tonight. Every game that I go into,
I do.
I always back my manager, I back the team, and I want us to desperately win tonight. I want to change that mood, not out there, but in my own mood, where I want to celebrate a win. And you should never not celebrate a win, in my own opinion. And I'm looking at it tonight. You mentioned about what the result would do for things outside of the football club, the narrative, etc. The narrative won't change whether we get a draw or we win tonight. And, you know, if they do win, you know, it's not a time to turn around and say that Manchester United are back, because we're miles away from that happening because of the inconsistencies that we still see. But a defeat tonight only intensifies the speculation on Erik Ten Hag's job.
Yeah, a defeat tonight puts the pressure right on him for Sunday's game at Aston Villa. What you want to see is Erik Ten Hag really go out there. Will he change? I want him to sort of change a little bit how he sets the team up. I don't think the team's set up. He just seems to set up the same team for every game, whether it's home and away. He looks for this counter-attacking football. That's what I want, really. And will he change? I don't think he will change tonight. And if it is his downfall, this could be it. He's set in his ways and he won't change. But I think he has to change. These two games are bringing enormous pressure on him. And it doesn't help that on Sunday, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, by all accounts, has set his sights on turning up at Aston Villa. That looks ominous.
I'm not too sure what it'd do for the mentality of the players, really, if he was maybe to change his tactics, how he sets his team up in the starting 11 tonight, because more questions will be answered of why have you chose to do that right now at this point in the season. Why were the tactics that you was previously using not good enough? Are they not working, Erik? I just think it comes with more questions and putting the manager under fire. And especially with him having near enough a full squad available, that is, it's not like he hasn't got strikers to choose from in Xerxes and Højlund. We don't want to see anything, or I don't expect us to see anything like a false nine, what we've seen in the past with Bruno Fernandes. And it's just like we said at the start of the video, you know, these next 2 games, they're huge for him. And he needs to pick players that he can trust that will fight for every single ball. The problem is, like we've said, we've not seen players doing that.
No, we've not seen players doing that, and a lot of people don't believe that there's certain players what are up for it. If you look at Erik Ten Hag and his tactics, he has changed his tactics once or twice, and you go back to that cup final. Erik's always going on about the cup final against Manchester City. The tactics were changed. He looked at the opposition, but what he seems to be doing in the Premier League and this Europa League, he seems to like just be going out in the same way. I think he has to adapt tonight. It's a battle of survival, really. A survival from public opinion, from fans' opinion, and actually from the players' opinion. Reports are certain players aren't happy, but when our players happy, you know, your players get drops and that, and then they turn against the manager. It's always been the case.
Shane, what another fantastic video. Love from Dublin. Hope everyone is well. Thanks for joining us, Shane, and for the kind words. A lot of managers, they're always planning ahead, 6 or 10 games even in front, to how to rotate and rest the squad and utilise it to the best possible outcome for the manager. But I don't think he has that luxury. You know, it's a close turnover from tonight's game against Porto to Aston Villa, where normally you would expect managers to rotate in 1 or 2 positions to keep people fresh for that Premier League clash, which is the bread and butter. But I actually do think, like we've said, he has to start his strongest 11 tonight and the players that he can trust, and he has to hopefully turn it round quickly and get the players prepared for that game against Villa on the weekend.
He's not in a position to rest players. No. He needs the win. He needs the confidence going into the game on Sunday. After Sunday, it's the international break. So there's no need for Manchester United and Erik Ten Hag to sort of rotate and rest players. We've got the game on Sunday. Yes, we know it'll be tough. Just like tonight, it'll be very, very tough. But rotation, that should be the last thing in Erik Ten Hag's mind. He needs to see and get players playing football tonight and performing. These players need to perform for their own future. That's how I look at it, and a lot of other fans have said these players underperforming. And what I don't understand is with some of these underperforming players, we've got technicians in there who check on players' running stats and everything else like that, positional play and all that. And I don't understand why Erik Ten Hag's not been shown that there's underperforming players. We can all see it with our own eyes. So tonight is pivotal for players. It's not just Erik Ten Hag under pressure, it's players as well. They've got to fight for this club tonight, and we've not really seen it in a few players. Yeah,
good shout that with the metrics and things like that. Yeah. Not just on the pitch on a weekend, also in training as well. But I'm going to reel off a bit of a snippet what he said to feel the mood of what's inside the Man United camp from his press conference. And he said, we are mad with ourselves, especially when you lose a game like Sunday, but you have to deal with it. We are mad, and from that madness, we have to get motivation. He said mad 3 times in there with a sprinkle of madness as well. So
we are mad with ourselves.
Some people might say that madness is in his tactics, what we're seeing week on week.
I think a lot of people will be saying that, not a few. He wants to know how the fans feel. The fans feel mad. The fans feel frustrated and everything because it's not going the way we thought it would. We thought the big turnaround had come with Ineos changing what's going on inside the club and everything, but that's not materialised. The reasons being unknown to us at the moment. It's a big change, but it's been very, very poor. If you look at what's gone on, Fulham, beat Southampton, beat Barnsley. That's not a roll of honour. That's not a roll of honour. That's embarrassing. Yeah, that's all we've done. I expected bigger and better things, and I'm sure Erik Ten Hag did. But something has gone terribly wrong, and tonight he has to put that right. The players have to. I think the pressure really is not on Erik Ten Hag as much as it is on the players. The players have to start. Players have to be targeted. Players have to be looked at. They're the ones underperforming. So tonight, the players have to perform. And Bruno Fernandes has to get it right and has to lead this team. He has to now start acting like a captain. I seen him walk off the other day Very disappointed in his attitude, the way he walked off, didn't engage with the team, didn't speak. Things needed to be said to get the team in a formation, and he just walked off, thought about himself. People did turn around. I've actually heard people turn around and say about the performance on Sunday that it all went wrong when Bruno Fernandes went off.
No, it was all like it would still give us a chance. Manchester United, I'm not going to swear, but they were poor. They were poor, and if Bruno Fernandes would have stayed on the pitch, it wouldn't have changed the result, in my opinion, because they were just poor throughout the game. We had a 10-minute spell at home to Spurs. I can't even believe I'm saying that, but we all watched it and we all seen it. And when that third goal went in, fans voted with the feet, and they preferred to go outside, get wet through.
Well, we didn't listen. We didn't get beat because Bruno Fernandes got sent off. We was already beat. So if anyone uses that as an excuse for getting beat on Sunday, is a complete fool, in my opinion. But Bruno tonight has to say he's in Portugal, right? It's his home country. Okay.
Well, he's an ex-Sporting Lisbon player. Bruno's back in Portugal. Delo, he used to play for Porto himself. But again, I'm looking at the game tonight and I'm thinking to myself, it depends which Manchester United turn up. And how many years have we still been saying that for? At which Manchester United will turn up. And that will basically depend on what result we come away from Porto with. And we're talking about Bruno Fernandes as the captain. He needs to step up. All the players need to do that. We need 11 leaders on that pitch as well. And you're looking at the more experienced players this season, and they've just not stepped it up at all. It's been really more the younger ones who've been trying to step up and fight for every single ball, like your Mainu, your Garnacho, your Ahmad as well.
But we need the captain to step up tonight, and we need the managers to step up tonight, and everyone's got their eyes on it. So it's a really, really, massive game, really. The eyes will be on this game. So like I said before, the score, does it really matter for people? They've already got their opinions. I'm going to be very conservative tonight. I do believe it's going to be 1-1. That's how I see the game. I can't really see United. I think they'll fight. I think they will put up a fight tonight. I think they'll fight and challenge for every ball. I think it'll be a different display from the team tonight. I think because they realise this is a pivotal moment. So I'm going for a conservative 1-1 tonight. I think Porto will score. They've won the 4 games in the league at home. So the crowd will be right behind them. They're expected to win. They're favourites. But I think United will come out tonight and prove something. Well, we'll try and prove something. How good this Porto side is, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe other people have got proper facts on it than I have.
I'm demanding a win tonight from Manchester United, just based on that last performance against Spurs. We need to see a bounce back, not just from the players, but the manager himself as well, and see something different with his man management in games as well, in how he utilises his substitutions and at what points when needed.
I think it's important for the competition, the Europa League competition, that we don't get beat tonight. Getting another point. We've got another away game to come up, and look who that's against. That's Fenerbahce, and you know what? It's Mourinho's side. So getting a point tonight, I think, would be very good for the competition. And then looking at the Fenerbahce game, going into that, you say to yourself, right, come away from there. We'll be up against it, the noise and everything, and the Mourinho factor. Get a point there, and then what you want to do then is hopefully get 2 wins at least from the next 2 games at home in the Europa League, and then we'll be in a good position. So I don't think, looking at it from the stats, getting a draw tonight is bad. Yes, it'd be great to have a win, but I think a minimum you've got to have here tonight is a draw.
We were struggling really to score goals in recent games. Does he start with Xerxes up top, or does he change that around? Let me know what you think.
I don't think he'll change it, to be honest with you. I think Xerxes will be on there. I think he'll want possession. That's how I see what he'll do. It's a European away game. Okay, we're in a difficult position. We all know that, right? But you still got to concentrate on the game and the tactics and everything. And I think what you have to do when you go abroad, and a tough place to go. To Porto. I've seen many European sides there come a cropper, and Porto in Europe at home tend to tend to raise the game. That's how I see it. So United have to keep the ball. They have to keep possession. And Xerxes is the man who will do that. Yes, we want him to be up there scoring goals. But will we get lots of chances? I'm not too sure on that one.
He did talk about the responsibility within the team as well. And Erik Ten Hag said, everyone has to take responsibility. And that starts with me, the manager. But on the pitch, we have to have leadership skills and they have to stand up. Every game for us is important. And every opponent is 100% motivated against Manchester United. We have to be ready to compete and fight with them.
I think a lot of people out there listening to that will just be annoyed at what Erik Ten Hag's saying there. Time and time again, he keeps repeating that people have to stand up, people have to fight, and that, and they're not doing it. And he's who's he talking to? I don't know who he's talking to there. So a lot of people, because I'm frustrated with that conversation. Yeah. You know, telling players you shouldn't have to tell players to go out there and fight. They know that they should be fighting. It should be in the DNA to go out there and fight. As a team, you should be coming together and automatically know what you're supposed to do on the pitch. And he's talking as though like he's talking to nobody there. So for me, that's another sign of Erik Ten Hag's pressure. He has been coming out with what I call waffle, and that to me is number one waffle. Yeah,
we did mention a bit ago that we felt like he was getting triggered by certain pundits and the comments about what they've been seeing with the performances, you know, with Alan Shearer, Jamie Redknapp, and we said at the time his focus should have been on batting them sort of questions away because his focus should be on winning games at Manchester United. But he's given insight as well of what the discussions are with Dan Ashworth on a day-to-day basis, and he says about conversations with him, it's not necessary to give me confidence. We talk every day about how we can improve this club, the team, improve the process, the procedures and the connections. This is what we talk about.
Yeah, well, he'll be doing some talking on Sunday because Sir Jim Ratcliffe's there at Villa.
Yeah.
So let's hope it goes all right for him tonight and it goes all right for him at Villa, because there will be some uncomfortable conversations. He's not going there just to sit there and watch. He's going there to talk to his team, and part of his team is Erik Ten Hag. Them conversations are going to be had. So let's hope tonight puts Sir Jim Ratcliffe in a little bit of a good mood for Erik Ten Hag on Sunday and we get the right result, because I would love to be in that meeting, because there will be a meeting after that game on Sunday. Maybe not tonight. I think it's already been discussed. We'll have a chat on Sunday with the international break coming up.
Yeah, Seamus Collins, welcome to our members club. Also, Fred Grantham is gifted 5 memberships.
Thank you.
The people who've got their memberships, give a big thank you to Fred. A couple of people in the chat are mentioning they'd like to see Xerxes and Højlund play together. Derek says, bottom line is that our team is full of mid-tier players. No club, no big club in the world would want any of our players except Bruno Fernandes.
I think if you look, for the first point there, I think if you look at Xerxes and Højlund both playing tonight, that's what you would call an experiment. Yes, I would like to see that. I'd like to... 2 strikers, that's what you want on the pitch. But the thing is, it's an experiment, and this game is not the time to do an experiment. I think Erik Ten Hag's got his tactics the way he wants the team to play, and I think 2 strikers is not the option. That is a big, big gamble tonight. I mean, it'd be great to see it, don't get me wrong, but for Erik Ten Hag and the situation we're in, well, the environment, the toxic environment, and the players not really performing how they should be doing, I think that is a massive, massive experiment and a gamble, and I cannot see Erik Ten Hag putting Højlund and Xerxes on together. I would be shocked. I would be shocked if it happened tonight.
I don't think it'd work for me anyway, because I don't think the strikers get enough supply from the wide areas. We were seeing it all last season. We're still seeing it this season. And Erik Ten Hag's built his squad without them type of wingers you need for that 4-4-2 formation, and deliveries from out wide into the box for centre forwards to get onto.
I think Erik Ten Hag,
a lot of your play and positional play would have to be built up through the middle of the park, and you know it'd be easy for teams to defend, in my opinion. Not.
I think Erik Ten Hag's building this team up, building his tactics up, and I don't think he actually knows what's the best way for these players yet. I don't think he's got, and I've said it before. Webby said it last week. I don't think Erik Ten Hag knows his best side yet, because there is underperforming players there, and there's 1 or 2 players who are deliberate, well, not deliberately, but who are shirking the commitment to Manchester United. So I don't think he's got the confidence in everyone. And tonight, he's got to pick his best 11, what he trusts. And to be honest with you, I don't think he trusts them all.
Agati and Mainu for me, starting centre mid. I don't know about yous out there. We're going with De Ligt and Martinez.
Well,
no surprises with Maguire maybe coming in for De Ligt, because we have seen that in recent games where he's chopped and changed rotation with De Ligt.
There's no rotation for me. No rotation whatsoever. De Ligt's got to start. He's there with Martinez. That's how he's been signed. He's been signed for there. You do not drop. There's no reason whatsoever to drop De Ligt. Yes, he had a bad game, but who didn't on Sunday? Harry Maguire, we know what Harry Maguire is. Harry Maguire's all about himself. So for me, De Ligt, he stays on that pitch. Mainu, yes, get him on the pitch. No problem at all with that.
Just like to thank you all for joining us today, getting involved in the chat. It's been popping off in a lot of different opinions as well, and it's great to see. And if you want to support the channel, please smash a like on the video, and we'll be back straight after the game tonight with a match reaction. So hopefully if you get that notification on, you'll get the alert and you can come and join us and get involved. 3 points.
I'm happy with 1 point, and I don't think it really matters. I think this is a big test tonight, and I'll be happy with 1 point. European away game, tough place to go, 1-1.
I'm demanding a win after that performance against Spurs and the underperformance that I've seen this season, and I want the 3 points. If it's a 1-0, I'll take that. 3 points is needed. Thanks for joining us all, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you.
Cheers.